My name is Karen Lewis, and today I would like to take a few minutes of your time to talk about what it means to put learning culture into practice. You may recall Richard Priest introducing you to the 10 priorities as a way to foster and cultivate a learning culture. Today we want to take it a step further, so let's get started. We will do a quick recap of the priorities and then walk through how you can demonstrate these priorities every day. So Truth Over Harmony asks us to hold ourselves and others accountable and to have the courage to voice our ideas even where they may cause disagreement. If our goal is always to harmony, we will never create a culture that will allow us to try new things and innovate. Constructive conflict breeds innovation, so when you have something to say, say it. Often voicing a contrasting opinion or asking a question can cause us to go down a whole new path that may be just what we really needed. It's also important for us to be open and transparent and ask our peers for feedback, even those that we may have had challenges with in the past. It's those engagements and building those relationships that can highlight growth opportunities for us. Principles over rules. This priority focuses on taking a step back to ensure that we have the right context and we are seeing the big picture, or even beyond that as we're moving forward. Questioning long-standing or even new processes and procedures can encourage us to think of things in a different way. We can make sure that we honor the principle, the outcome that we want, while changing and challenging the way that we get there. Asking why and understanding the why can allow us to focus on what's most important. Attitude over aptitude. I love this priority because it asks us to always give our best, to take on new challenges, and to see things that we may have considered as failures in the past as learning. I like to think of them as opportunities. This priority asks us to do some self-reflection to ensure that we are giving our best effort and to have a positive attitude about it. The best guidance I ever received was from a leader after I facilitated a meeting that did not go well. His feedback was say to me, let's not focus on how we got here, but ask yourself, where do we go from here? That question allowed me to learn from that experience and flex the way that I was engaging so that future engagements were a lot more productive. You may notice a theme here, but ask questions, be curious, and learn, because if we can look at our past challenges as opportunities, we can foster an innovative environment for ourselves and our teams. Set high expectations and let go of the outcome. This one is hard. It asks us to be clear about our accountabilities and ensure that those on our team are as well. It asks us to ensure that everyone is focused on the shared outcome. And then it says, empower your team and let them do the work. Let go of the outcome. We have such smart people here. We know that our teams can do the work, so empower them to influence and make decisions and see what amazing things come to light. This priority also reinforces the need to test and learn. If the first attempt didn't achieve the desired result and the shared outcome, that's okay. Try again. It's the learning that is the most important, and it's the learning that will allow us to be creative and innovate as we move forward. Remember that honoring the principle is the key. The way we get there can be flexible. Value success and failure, another favorite of mine. This principle is a cornerstone of the test and learn culture that we want to foster here within Franklin. It asks us to promote and practice test and learn, and to create a safe environment for ourselves and our teams to take risks, to try something new, and know that even through failure, there is opportunity. Just like with the guidance I received from the leader, facilitating an executive discussion that really didn't go well, it taught me so much. If it had gone perfectly the first time, I wouldn't have learned anything. I wouldn't have changed anything. Now, when I do facilitate a great conversation, I still always look for opportunities to improve. Know that it takes courage to go against the grain and to try new things. We need to make it safe to learn, even when the outcome isn't immediately successful. Let's allow obstacles to become opportunities. Similar to value success and failure, allow obstacles to become opportunities asks us to take some initiative and focus ourselves on innovation by looking at the roadblocks we encounter as an opportunity. By simply stepping back and looking at a challenge in a different way, or collaborating with others to really challenge ourselves, we have an opportunity to turn those obstacles and get creative with our solutions. As we practice this priority, our creativity will grow, and so will our innovative test and learn spirit. Take hold and let go asks us to take hold and be accountable for those things that are ours, and to let others do the same. It also says that as leaders, we should ensure that we break, where appropriate, the hierarchical boundaries and ensure that the decision-making is being made at the right level, as close to the work and effort as possible. We need to make sure that we're clear on our own accountabilities and do our best to achieve them, and make sure that our team feels and does the same. Once we can take hold, we can let go, knowing that our teams will do the things with which they are accountable for. It focuses us to set aside the command and control, hierarchical approach and foster an environment where our teams, who are closest to the work, make the appropriate decisions and recognize their successes, as well as coach them through their opportunities. It takes courage, always courage, to try things a different way. It's our job to make the environment safe enough to do so. Humility to ask for and accept help. This priority asks us to let go of our egos and avail ourselves of the great resources and people we have around us. There is no shame in asking for help, and in fact, to be innovative, we need to collaborate. If we have ideas, we should share them and let them organically grow and evolve as we get feedback from our teams and our peers. The same is true for challenges. Share those as well. It's very likely that you will find someone around you who has had a similar challenge and can offer great advice and perspective. When we practice these behaviors, we can accomplish the remaining two priorities, which is to create a learning culture and inspiration, job number one. As we continue to practice and evolve ourselves in these priorities, our creativity and ability to innovate will ignite. We will find ourselves in teams that self-organize, that take accountability, and require support and coaching, but not micromanagement. We will see ourselves as leaders transition into servant leaders, focusing on coaching and growing our teams and inspiring others to do the same. When we're able to put into practice curiosity, courage, creativity, and collaboration, you will become an inspiration and see others follow in your path. As we look for ways to begin to make this shift, we have a few suggestions to start us on this journey. Our leaders can create a learning culture town hall, which focuses on answering anonymously submitted questions and challenges us all to dialogue on how we can accomplish our goals to begin fostering a learning culture. With our teams, we can do something similar. Have smaller meetings about how to put learning culture into practice within our own groups, and focus on seeing how we can not only adopt, but own these priorities and our own learning culture. And with our focus on agility, we have an opportunity to organize ourselves into cross-organizational, cross-functional teams who can focus on a specific challenge or opportunity and solve the problem by iterating and being creative through our solution. And when you've done all of this, share, share, share. We can learn so much from each other if only we would share it. So create a short video. It's easy and it's a great way to share our learnings. All of this requires a change in the way we engage every day, and we have a strong accountability to support ourselves, our team, and Franklin through these transformations as we look for ways to innovate, be creative, and deliver value quickly. We need to think, act, and show up differently. And today we've talked about the many ways you can do that. But if we continue to keep in mind that our focus should always be on delivering value to ourselves and our teams, that we can take these opportunities to be courageous, think outside of the box and try something new, as well as create a safe place for our teams to test something out and share those learnings, then we will have done all the right things. I encourage you to think about how you can embody a test and learn culture and invite you to apply these principles today. Thank you so much for your time.